Hey guys, it's Derek from Adobe Rock. Every year we do a Rock the World contest, and our next videos are the Rock the World winners from 2024. Enjoy! I'm here today with Robin. She is our 2024 Rock the World contest winner. Last year, she completely redid the yard into an awesome Xeriscape, and she's agreed to let us see it. So come along with us and let's tour her yard. So let's start with, how long have you been here?
We've been in this house about 8 years.
Can you describe for us what it looked like before you started your work?
The front yard was at a higher elevation and it kind of dropped off like a cliff to the street.
Okay.
And it was an attempt to grow lawn that never grew.
Yeah.
Bad soil and just too warm, too much sun. And so it really wasn't very attractive at all.
It is hard to grow grass in the desert.
It is.
So where did you come up with the design?
I had this idea in my head for something that I did a river feature, it would look like it flowed down.
Yeah.
And so I got up, I just hand drew a sketch on some paper and showed it to my husband and told him what I thought what my idea was, and he said, that looks great. So I just started from scratch, getting we had some of the dirt removed to change the elevation from not quite as steep as it had been. And then I just started rearranging the soil the way I needed it, and then started putting the finishing touches with the rock. And I had rock that I salvaged from the yard, and then rock that I got from Adobe, and then just started creating it one part at a time.
Yeah. Well, I love the flow of this stream that you've made. It kind of just follows the curve of the yard and where a river would go, I guess,
Yeah.
if it really was here.
I tried to do it so that it would like bank wide and go high, and then when I curved it, instead of just a straight, I tried to give it some kind of a flow and come out at that corner.
Yeah. Well, it looks like a lot of work. Did your husband help? Did you have some neighbor boys or?
No, I did it myself, mostly because my husband at the time had a shoulder injury, and so he had 2 different surgeries. So pretty much through the whole process of me, when I finally got to doing this part of the yard, he was either invalid or recuperating from a surgery, and so I pretty much did it myself.
Well,
except for hiring a contractor that took out all the dirt that I had removed. But
well, it sounds a little convenient to have a surgery right when the yard's getting done.
So, I think that was more my doing than his. But
so much work all by yourself. How long did it take you?
Oh. I would say probably a few months.
Yeah.
Each phase, because first I had to put the dirt where I needed it. Then I covered everything with barrier that I got at Adobe to keep the weeds from coming through, because that was part of the problem. It was always a weed patch, especially on the side of the house. And then the gray rock was the final stage, and I had to do that just real. I would take a section a day and plan to fill that so that I didn't physically hurt myself.
And were you just using a wheelbarrow and a shovel?
I actually didn't use a wheelbarrow. I used a bucket, because I would find that if I used the wheelbarrow, I would load it too much, too heavy, and then I would end up hurting my back. And so I did it just in a bucket.
Well, that's amazing.
So that I kept it at a balance so I didn't get hurt.
Yeah. Well, it really is amazing that you did all of it like that. Well, fantastic. Can you tell us a little bit about the plants you selected? Looks like most of them are desert type, drought tolerant plants.
I tried to focus in on ones that could handle the sun, because the front of the house gets it, a lot of sun. Also, we have a lot of deer that come off the mountains, so I had to try to get deer resistant. So far, I haven't had any problems with them eating the plants in the front. So, and most of it came back. I had maybe 2 or 3 that didn't come back this year, but I replaced those. And so for the most part, it's all come back, and it's taken really well. And
Yeah.
I'm happy with how it looks.
So this is its second year for most of these plants?
This is the second year
Yeah.
for most of the plants, yeah.
Well, then it's going to be really nice because that third year is usually when everything pops and grows
Oh,
super
good.
big.
Okay.
So, some of these I know I have in my own yard, and they can get to 10 times that size.
Yeah.
So it's really going to look nice.
It's gonna look. I tried to find a variety of ones, like some of these are just grasses, so they just give the color,
Yeah.
the green, but others have a lot of flowers, and I tried to keep the flowers kind of in a palette of orange and yellows and reds.
Yeah.
A little different than some of my neighbors, so it just popped a little bit more. But
Yeah. Well, it looks great. Can we check out the backyard?
sure.
All right, let's go have a look. Oh wow, yeah, your yard isn't big, but it's all well maintained, well manicured.
Thank you.
You've done a great job. It looks like grass does grow a little bit in the backyard.
With a lot of effort, yes.
And I'd love to check out these garden boxes. Did you build them yourself?
Yes, my husband and a neighbor did these. This is our second year with the garden. We built the beds late in the year. So last year was our first year. We got soil from Adobe, and then we had a garden last year, and then so this is our second year of a garden.
Nice.
For just the two of us, we get so much produce off of this that we're just like giving it away
Yeah.
in just these 4 little beds. I tried a lot of different things this year that I didn't grow last year. I grew some from plants and I grew some from seed, and everything took off really well. Yeah.
And this looks like a great idea. Can you tell us about the netting you've got?
Found this on Amazon.
Okay.
And it was a kit that had this the poles and the attachments. Is kind of like what you would have with a tent, where you connect it and pitch it. So you make these however high and however long you want. And they just go with tension. They go in the bed down in the dirt, and then they come with these clips that you then. And then I bought the netting. Then you can custom size it however you want, and it's easily, after you take the little hook off, and it's pretty easy to get into, weed or water or pull the produce, whatever it is
Yeah.
that you need to do. And they've worked really well to keep the deer from eating, or the birds from eating up all my stuff.
I love seeing stuff like this when we do these yard tours, because then I take it back into my own house and
Yeah.
I can maybe get the birds to stop eating all of my plants. So I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, they've worked out pretty good. So this, when I took it all apart, I just kept the nets and sized them to whatever plants I was going to use, and so I've just been this is the second year I've reused it. I didn't have to.
Fantastic. It looks like you've got a fire pit and a shed. Can we go over to
Sure,
this?
sure.
I've noticed you've used some of that netting on some of your shrubs. Do you get deer
Yeah.
eating those as well?
I do. I have a particular a buck that likes to eat those bushes, and so I'm trying to prevent him from completely denuding them. But they weren't as deer resistant as I thought.
Yeah. Someone told me you should plant a garden for yourself and then plant a garden for the animals.
Yes,
So maybe that's
those
his
are
yard.
those are the bushes for the animals in my yard.
Well, I love this space. I love finding these spaces in people's yards. It looks like you built like a nice little fire pit, and also maybe cook on it too.
My husband got that, yeah, so that he can do some things out here on it.
Yeah.
He likes to cook over the fire, so. But yeah, all these rocks were part of the yard. I mean, this yard had more rocks in it. I had so many of these that I was putting them out to the curb and people were taking them for their own yards. And so this was one of the first things I did in this yard was a fire pit. And then after we started fine-tuning the backyard, I added the rock border around it just for safety and everything. And
well, I love how you broke it up with a circle.
Yeah.
You've got square, circle, square. It's very geometric, but very well designed. I like it.
Thank you.
And then you've got a shed back here. Is that your garden shed?
Yeah. Garden and everything else that
Yeah.
doesn't go in the house. Yeah, the property had a garage and a shed, but they were pretty dilapidated. And so we had to have those removed. And so after the fire pit, I also, when I got the gravel, I did the foundation for the shed, and then found a guy online that's all he did was sheds, so he came and built the shed for me.
Nice.
And
well, doing all this work, it usually either makes you catch fire, want to do more, or say, I'll never do it again. Which side are you?
well, on this house, I think I'm kind of done with everything that I was planning on doing, but I've always liked yard work. I would go outside and work all day long over in the house cleaning. So in some ways I'm relieved because it was a lot of work, but now that it's done, I like maintaining it, but I would be more than game if I had another house to go and do the whole yard over again.
Well, if you're hearing that, Robin's available. Just reach out to us and we'll get you in contact with her and she'll come do your yard. Well, you've done an amazing job, and to think that, you know, it was done all by you, not having contractors, not even having a husband that was able to help you. You've done an amazing job, and I appreciate you letting us see it today and sharing it with you.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, I'm Derek with Adobe Rock, and I'm here with Kenzie Peterson. She was our 2024 Rock the World second runner-up, I believe. Is that right?
I think that sounds right.
Yeah, and we're here touring her amazing yard. She has a lot of great little conversation areas that I just absolutely love. When did you start working on all of this?
It's been almost 2 years that we did the bulk of it now, and yeah, there's still a lot to do.
Yeah? Well, paint the picture for us. Were there any trees here before? Or
We
just
had
bare?
nothing. It was just a bunch of native grasses near this farmland behind us. So yeah, we had our work cut out for us. So we started from scratch and pretty much did all of it ourselves, except for the cement work. That we don't claim that part.
Great. Well, we're going to check that out in a minute. So when you say you did everything, what about the design? Did you come up with it yourself?
Yes, we did the design ourselves. I love sketching that out, and that was kind of the fun part. And choosing all the plants, we really tried to focus on more drought tolerant and plants that won't use as much water.
Yeah. Well, that's needed out here. So we're sitting in a gazebo. Did you build that yourself, or who built that?
My dad and my oldest son put this together. We found a plan online, and then they did that for us. My son's really into woodworking, so
Yeah.
it turned into a really nice space to get out of the sun.
It looks great. And you just got the wood yourself? They cut it? They did everything? Just
Yep.
from the plant?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not sure all those details. I left that up to them.
Well, it's impressive. And then I'm noticing a few other areas. Let's walk over and see this concrete area. This is a nice sitting area with it looks like a barbecue. Is that tied into the natural gas?
Yeah, we had that plumbed with natural gas, and it's got an electric starter, so really easy to get the fire pit going when we have a group out here.
Yeah. And this was part of your design, but did you do the work? You said someone else helped you, right?
No, we had Ramirez brothers do this for us, along with the concrete patio, which they did a great job. So good to work with.
Yeah. Well, it looks like a nice spot to sit as the sun sets. And do you come out here in the winter as well with the fire?
If it's not too snowy, we've been out maybe a time or two, but mostly the other 3 seasons.
Well, that's great. And then this looks like stamped concrete. Did they do that as well?
Yep. Yeah, they did a really good job. We've loved it so far.
All right. Well, it looks really great. There's a planting area over here. Let's have a look at that next. Kenzie, it looks like you've taken a lot of care and time into the plants that go in here and what you've put in. How did you decide and come up with that plan?
Well, I've always really been interested in plants ever since having to start our yard. And about 2 years ago, as we were in the thick of it, I took the master gardening course through the Utah State Extension, and that was really helpful. They tell you a lot about irrigation and the design and plant choice as well. So yeah, that was really helpful.
How long is that course?
It was online and it only took about 3 months. I really recommend it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I'll have to check into that. Well, we absolutely love your yard. Obviously, we picked you as one of the winners of the Rock the World contest last year, but you've done an amazing job, and there's a lot left to do, it looks like, which is the joy of gardening, right?
Never done.
Yeah. Do you have future plans that you're looking forward to doing?
Yeah, we're hoping to put in a garage workshop over here to the south, and then some more garden beds, hopefully some raspberries and some space for fruit trees. And then over here we may put in a zip line, some fun stuff for the kids, a swing set maybe, so we'll see.
Well, sounds great. I look forward to coming back in a few years and seeing how it looks.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for showing us your garden.
Thanks so much.
Hey everyone, it's Derek from Adobe Rock, and I'm here with Robin. Robin was our 2024 Rock the World contest winner. She submitted before and after pictures of her yard. We loved it so much, we brought her a check for $1,000. So the 2025 Rock the World contest is now open. You can find applications online at adoberock.com. Submit your before and after, and we might pick you.